What's going on, guys? Aldwin here with FlytPath.com. Now, of course, as you can see, a little bit different of a setup today. This video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound, and we're going to be focusing a little bit about the sound that I normally use in my music, my video intros, as well as some of the sound effects. And thanks to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. We're going to be giving this away right here, a new DJI Mini 2. Now, to win this will be a little bit more work than some of my previous giveaways, but definitely going to be worth it if you want to win a Mini 2. Make sure you just watch this video till the very end. I talk a little bit more about what you're going to need to do throughout the video in order for you to win this drone. And if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Aldwin. I do a lot of drone tech tips, tutorials, and product reviews right here on this channel. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing and also hitting that bell to be notified when I post new videos. And for those that aren't familiar with Epidemic Sound is a royalty-free music library, and they have personal and commercial plans that give you access to over 32,000 songs as well as their full set of sound effects. So if you're a content creator like myself and you want to add some music or sound effects to level up your videos, and you don't want to worry about copyright claims or losing monetization on your videos, you're going to want to use a royalty-free library source like Epidemic Sound. And they are offering my viewers a 30-day no commitment free trial to their entire library. Those links will be down below in the video description. Let's jump right into showing you what I normally do as far as picking out some of the music and sound effects that I use in my video intros. And for reference, in this video, I'm going to bring up my DJI Air 2S video review that I did about a month ago. And there it is. That was the about 35-second video intro I did for the Air 2S. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy in the video, and my timeline does actually reflect that. Nothing too dramatic. I'm not having, crazy amount of layers. It's actually pretty simple. Now, first and foremost, I normally have a good amount of footage that I probably shot beforehand, so I have an idea in my head already of the types of shots that I captured and also the types of mood that I want to set as far as that first video goes. So what I'm gonna do now is jump into Epidemic Sound, kind of show you just some of the things I go through as far as looking for some of the music. And the ideas around picking the music for it is really you want to set the stage for that video. So for me on this video, I really wanted something that's a little bit more up tempo, higher BPMs, beats per minute, because that way it creates a little bit more energy when you're watching the video. It kind of hits harder, especially when you're doing some jump cuts. So what you want to do is go through genres, see what fits your type of video. Most of the time I will go into beats, electric, and hip hop. All right, so once I picked out music and I felt like that was pretty good, what I normally like to do then is also, if you're not gonna use the full music or the whole track, you also wanna know, does it have a good outro for it so that you can also feather it out. So one of the outros on it right here was this, right there. So it does kind of taper off. And the good thing about that is that way, if you needed to cut your audio and you don't want a full 2 minutes of it, you only want, like I have, the 30 seconds, you can splice that out, that ending part, and make it a lot shorter. So that's exactly what I did here, and I'll show you that in my Final Cut timeline. All right, so here we are in Final Cut, and like I mentioned, my timelines are pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I know a lot of people have like 30, 40 layers, which, man, hats off to you guys. It's a very tedious process. And of course, with sound design, you can go off and make it just as detailed as you really want it to be. I like to keep mine pretty simple. So as you can see here, just for my intro alone, I have the main timeline, my main cuts, I have the audio, and then I have a few sound effects down below just to add on top of it. I do have the beginning portion of the song right here, but of course I'm not gonna do a 3-minute intro. It's only gonna be about 30 seconds. So what I did here is cut off that ending part, that kind of taper from the end of the song, and then brought that back in, made sure those beats matched up, and that way I have a nice feather when it goes back out. So it doesn't sound like it just cuts off. So for me, when I normally will edit to the music, I will just do the basic on beat type of marking. And depending on what software you use, I use Final Cut, and all you have to do is press the M button in order for you to put a marker down. But what I'll do is I'll listen to the track a bunch of times just to kind of feel that tempo, feel the beat, and see where I feel like I'm gonna hit for the marker or put a marker down. Normally when I put a marker down, it lets me know that there's some sort of beat or transition where I feel like the video can then transition to the next clip. So by putting the markers down, it definitely gives you a nice reference point of how many clips you might need and also where those clips sit so that you can see if I have a big gap in between it, I might need, of course, a longer clip, or if I have a bunch of small gaps in between my markers, I'm just gonna wanna maybe show a little portion of a clip. So I'm only need 1 second, maybe 2 seconds, versus a longer one, I might need about 3 to 4 seconds of it. So just within that first 10 seconds here, I went from, you know, a winery to showing my phone footage over into B-roll at the beach. Now a little bit of a reveal shot here to B-roll here at the studio. And of course, a few cut really short clips here, outdoors in Lake Tahoe, detail shot, the pier. So even within that first 10 seconds, I'm just trying to show you guys a variety of, you know, different types of videos I was able to shoot with Air 2S. So it's already giving you the idea of like, I'm able to take this drone out to all these locations. So once I pulled a lot of those smaller clips from it, basically just dumped it into my library here and was able to just select out which ones I, you know, wanted to drop in, how long of the clips I had, and kind of match them up with the spaces I had between the markers. So now when I'll do my first rough cut as far as just the main audio and my main edit goes, I will then go back into the audio timeline and see if I can enhance the audio a little bit more by picking out specific types of sound effects that'll match up with the actual footage. And I didn't really have a motorcycle or dirt bike type of sound, so I went into Epidemic Sound and ended up finding something called gravel, or I basically looked up gravel on here. And now we go to sound effects, and now you have a bunch of different gravel types of sound effects. So the one I did was car ride, and there it is. Okay. So I just pulled that one out and it did match up a little bit better with what I was doing here on the bike, because of course I wasn't recording any audio of the bike itself. But if you were just to listen to it separately, just like that. So added a little bit of gravel noise to that bike ride. And then when I have things like this, I have some water movements, as well as even the snow. What I want to do here is add a little bit more ocean waves type of sound effects, so you can hear this. And then I also have a skate park. So as you can see, even though the video is playing a lot quicker, what I wanted to do is just have the idea or the sound of some skateboarding in the background, so you can hear this. So those are a bunch of skateboarders. All you have to do, of course, same thing here. Go into my sound effects, type in skateboarding, and there you go. You can have a bunch of skateboard. This one's called Skateboard Follow. First one there. There you go. And there it is, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of how I go about editing some of the intros I've done for my previous drone videos. Also, the basic process I will go through as far as using Epidemic Sound. Like I said, just go through their libraries, try to pick out a genre or a theme that you might want to go with. Once I have everything cut in there, then I will go back and add in a little more sound effects. I'll go back to Epidemic Sound, find a sound effect that then matches that clip. That way it just adds a little bit more sound design to that video. Huge thanks to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. And we're gonna be giving away one of these right here, a DJI Mini 2. Now, if you wanna win the Mini 2, of course, do the standard stuff that I normally have on my videos. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, of course. Turn that bell notification on. But the next thing is a very big thing, and that is I want you guys to actually cut your own 30-second video, and you don't even have to have any drone footage. Of course, if you don't have a drone, if you just have a camera, an iPhone, whatever it might be, what I want to see is a 30-second kind of a highlight video or any intro video you might want to do. It could be about anything. You can make a 30-second video about making coffee, but I wanted you to use the same thing like I did. Go to Epidemic Sound, use a track from them, use some sound effects, and put everything and compile everything together in whatever video editing software you have. But basically just make a 30-second little video highlight intro. It could be about anything you want. If you have a drone and have some drone footage, cool. If you don't, I'm not expecting you to have drone footage in it, but basically I just wanted you to be able to get out there, shoot some video, edit something, make it 30 seconds long, use some Epidemic sound music, use some sound effects, just to kind of get the ball rolling if you've never done this before. Send that over, and then I'll be picking a winner from those video submissions within the first 7 days of this video going live. I'll make sure that end date as far as submission goes is also down below in the video description. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, if you don't have an Epidemic Sound account, not a problem. Use that link down below. You're gonna get 30 days free trial of Epidemic Sound. You have access to their full library and their full sound effects, so you're able to pick and choose whatever you want from there. And that's the reason why I want you to be able to do that, because the winner of the videos or submissions of the videos I'll be posting on my YouTube channel as well. I'm of course going to need the title of the music and the sound effects you use so that I am able to replay those videos back on YouTube without having any copyright issues. We'll be picking a winner within the first week. I do want to give you guys some time, of course, to shoot and edit this video, but 7 days just to do something basic. Don't go out and make it too crazy. Use your phone, use whatever camera you have, a drone would have, anything you got. It's really just about getting out there, making something fun, making something creative, using some audio, getting into sound design a little bit more. That's all I got for this video. Of course, if you guys got some value, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. If you guys want the Mini 2, make sure you guys make me a little video, send it over to me. Details are gonna be down below in the video description. This is Aldwin with FlytPath.com. I'll see you guys next video. Take care.